boys.
Sugar and spice simply ain't that damn nice. These are the actual arrest records of gals who love to beat up on, stab, shoot, run over with a car, poison, or kill men outright. Welcome to Assault on Manhood.
Keep your hands in the air. Walk backwards towards the sound of my voice.
This Assault on Manhood case involves a woman who ended up being sentenced to 150 years in prison for killing her ex-boyfriend. I didn't say husband, her ex-boyfriend. Now here are the facts of the case. On January 18, 2021, the Carmel Police Department responded to the 14,000 block of Howe Drive on a death investigation. It was there that police say a man was found dead on the couch of his own home. During the investigation, detectives ruled the death of Frances Kelly a homicide. After a brief investigation, police detectives arrested 3 people in connection with the incident. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Heidi Marie Littlefield, age 41, from Sheridan, Indiana. Logan Marie Runyon, 22, from Englewood, Ohio. And Robert James Walker, age 29, also from Englewood, Ohio. Now, Heidi Marie Littlefield killed her ex over a custody battle concerning their daughter. Now, a brief warning to guys here. Even more than women killing their husbands and their boyfriends for insurance payouts, is women who kill their men over fighting over child custody. It ranks right up there. And these particular women adamantly see these children as their property and not something they want to share with men that created their child. You know, it's just out there. And they figure it is better to just get rid of these men than to avoid sharing visitation rights. It's just easier, I guess, to kill somebody. And just like in our Killer Wives series, these particular women end up poisoning, killing, and leaving their men's body in the home until they are found by someone else after their presence was missing, which is exactly how this death investigation began. Mr. Kelly's body might never have been found when it did if another of his ex-girlfriend, Mrs. Courtney Nugent, hadn't told police that Kelly had not picked up their 9-year-old daughter on Kelly's birthday, like he usually would. He had plans on doing this. She told authorities that she had last heard from him 2 days earlier. That is a clear indication that somebody's missing in their child's life. Because of this, police officers knocked on Kelly's door, but nobody answered. Now, since they didn't have a search warrant, they were powerless to enter the property. Then they later returned after Kelly's ex-girlfriend found his body on his couch after entering the home. So he had been dead there on the couch for those days. An autopsy that was performed on Kelly's body revealed just how cold-hearted and brutal his ex was in this particular homicide. The coroner reasoned that Kelly had died from asphyxia due to manual strangulation. In other words, he was choked to death by his ex. In fact, she used his best necktie, just like this one, against him to choke the life out of him while he was under the influence of a drug she slipped into his food. Now, he also suffered from blunt force trauma to his head, left hand, elbow, and knees. A toxicology report that was completed 1 month later concluded that he also had fentanyl in his system. Now, this was the drug that she slipped into his food when he was unaware. His oatmeal, to be exact. Now, if you watch our Killer Wives series long enough, you will know that men's wives and lovers will even out the playing field by either poisoning to make their men weaker or killing them in their sleep because they won't face them. You see, women typically do not take men on face-to-face due to strength difference. They won't do it. And during the investigation, police searched Kelly's phone and came across texts where Kelly accused Littlefield, his ex, of tampering with the oatmeal in his refrigerator when she was at his home on January 14th. Why would she do this? Now, in his confrontational text about what he saw as food tampering was like this. He asked her, "Did you do something to my oatmeal that was in my fridge?" This is what he texted her. "You were in my fridge last night and it tasted funny after a couple of bites, and now I am lightheaded." Clearly an indication that you've been drugged. If you ate food and it's a dramatic change, that's a drug. His ex Littlefield responded, "Who the fuck puts oatmeal in the fridge? I don't know anything you do or want to. Your life and the stuff you say or do is beyond me." She was fighting for herself. But she was lying when she said that this because it was his oatmeal that she put the fentanyl in. She was the one that poisoned oatmeal with the fentanyl. So police say that the former couple had a court hearing scheduled for the end of that January. Now this was due to the fact that his ex was violating a parental order that the judge gave. The main concern was Heidi not allowing Fran to pick up his child and that she would stay in the house during his parenting time. And according to the affidavit, Littlefield's ex-husband contacted police on January 23rd and told him that Littlefield's daughter, Logan Runyon, told him months earlier that Heidi paid Logan's boyfriend, Mr. Robert Walker, right, $2,500 to find someone to kill Fran. It was said, "He's better off dead. I didn't mean to kill him last time, and I might as well say I did it and just say I'm crazy or pregnant." Now, the relative quoted Littlefield as saying this. The relative said Runyon was her mother on January 14th and that both were in and out of Fran's residence on the evening of that Thursday, which was January 14th, through the afternoon of Friday, January 15th. So they were together. Another ex-boyfriend of Littlefield's told police on January 28th that Heidi told him that Logan put fentanyl in Fran's oatmeal sometime on January 14th. Now the ex-boyfriend told police that after Kelly accused Littlefield of poisoning his oatmeal, Littlefield told him that she and Runyon went to Kelly's home the following day, right? Climbed through the window when he didn't answer the door. So this is what's called breaking and entering. Whether you do it through the door, do it through the window, do it through the patio, sliding glass, it doesn't make a difference. Heidi advised the ex-boyfriend that Heidi and Logan found Fran aspirating on the kitchen floor. See, he's been drugged already. The ex-boyfriend advised that Heidi also mentioned a lanyard around Fran's neck and it being involved in the incident. Most of the time when people kill somebody, they admit it to somebody close. Not the Catholic Church, but a friend. Now, he also told police that Littlefield asked him over for the past several months about how much fentanyl it would take to overdose someone versus kill someone. See, Runyon's boyfriend Walker was arrested on a separate incident on March 23rd, so he was already in jail, and later told Commerce detectives that Littlefield allegedly reached out to him in the month of October about looking for someone to take care of her problem. In a lot of these cases, the women emphasize that they need a problem taken care of. This is like short for "go kill this person for me." And Walker alleged that Littleton gave him $2,500 to hire someone to kill Kelly, but he spent it on drugs and had no intention of doing what Heidi asked. Now, Walker advised he was going to get another $2,500 once Fran was killed. So it's always a $5,000 payout. I don't know, this is the amount for killing people. He then allegedly told police that Runyon told him that when they found Kelly still breathing in his home, Heidi grabbed Fran's favorite tie and tried to strangle him and smash his head into the pavement. And Walker stated that Heidi bludgeoned his head against the ground. He also alleged to police that Littlefield had put fentanyl in Kelly's miso soup in the month of October. So months prior to killing him this way, she also put it in his miso soup. Walker alleged that Littlefield told him that Fran was abusive to her, their baby, and that she would be failing her daughter if the dude didn't end up dead. This makes him sound like a bad guy, right? You see, once again, if you are a regular viewer of Killer Wives, you would know that a lot of women that recruit men to help them kill another man know that these guys need some convincing. You see, for this reason, they will tell these naive men that either their husband is abusing them or the children by touching them in a sexual manner. They know this will make men mad enough to come to a woman's defense. What they neglect to tell these guys is that everyone involved in this crime will end up in prison, as they oftentimes do. And like I said again, if you watch Killer Wives series, you might notice 2 or 3, 5 people end up in prison for this one woman's idea. Now, Runyon pleaded guilty in March to conspiracy to commit murder and testified against her own mother at her trial. She was sentenced to 26 years in prison. Walker pleaded guilty in May to conspiracy to commit murder and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Following a 7-day trial, only 7 days, Heidi Marie Littlefield was found guilty of murder and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit murder in August by a jury in Hamilton County. Littlefield, as you heard at the top of this story, was sentenced to 115 years in prison, where she rightfully belonged.
G baby, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Hot flame in this.
Yeah, and the bros, Nitro.
You already
With
know.
the nice flow, let's